I hope we are ready for this conversation that is about to go down today because I cannot tell you how tired I am of the fake it till you make it mentality, of the belief that sharing your struggles takes away from your knowledge or your value or your worth or why people should pay you for the work that you do in this world and for the business that you are creating and the offerings that you have. Faking it till you make it has literally nothing to do with your business or its success. Faking it till you make it has everything to do with your belief system in yourself.
Are you ready to go behind the scenes of soul-led entrepreneurship? This is Behind the Boss Lady podcast with your host, Shelby St.clair. You're going to hear from women who share the good, bad, and the ugly of what their journey to success looked like, leaving you with the advice and inspiration you need so that you never give the fuck up on your dreams. I'm Shelby, spiritual healer, embodiment coach, business consultant at the Boss Lady Agency, and the founder of Brunch with Babes. I bring the duality between business, personal branding, emotional intelligence, and transformational healing using NLP, hypnosis, Reiki, chakra, and sound healing as a trauma-informed life coach. I blend the practical, energetic business strategy and systems for women who are looking to step into expansion, leadership, visibility, and soul-aligned authenticity in their work. Your soul led you here for a reason. So join me every Wednesday as we dive deep into what it means to be a boss in your life and business.
Okay, where do we even start? This is where I want you to think about a moment in your life, and maybe that moment is here and now, where you feel like you have to fake it in an essence of who you are, your real life experience, the hardships that you're facing, maybe even just the success that you've had, your personality. Man, we can go on and on. I want you to think in this very moment, right here and right now, of how you either have or currently are in this zone of feeling the need to fake anything within your life, within your business, within yourself. And as you think about that, I want you to ask yourself, where does this belief that I have to act this way or show up in this way or hide something in the way that you might be? Close your eyes and ask yourself, where does this live within inside of my body? And feel into that. And allow your mind's eye to literally physically scan your entire body from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And find where this belief is hidden, trapped, stuck within your body. And as you tap into that, I want you to feel into the feeling that is residing within this place. As you find this place within you, this feeling might be tightness, it might be heat, it might be cold, it might be tingly, it might almost feel just numb. Whatever this feeling is, feel it for a moment. And then ask your higher self, maybe you haven't met her yet, but that's okay, she's always within you. Ask your higher self, why am I living in this way? And allow yourself to listen to whatever comes through. This might be a thought that comes through. It might be a feeling that you have. You might actually hear something or physically feel something. Don't brush off whatever it is that comes to your mind the moment that you ask that question. And I want you to just sit back and listen to the rest of this episode. Because that part of you that is stuck in this belief, and the reason that it's stuck there, you now have some clarity on. And your higher self allowed you, and you allowed yourself to tap into this part of you where it is, because there is a bigger part of you that craves and desires to live a life of authenticity. Being authentic in your life doesn't mean that you're going and you're sharing literally everything with the world or everything with the people around you, because there are some things that are meant to just stay safe within us and to be part of our journey that only we know about, or that only we share with ourselves or talk to ourselves about, or just have a close, tight knit of people that we share, right? Being vulnerable doesn't mean that you are kind of just walking through the world as though you are naked and exposed and everything is known about you. No, authenticity means that you are just walking through life from a place of truth, a place of knowing that hard times happen, a place of knowing that there are moments where we fail. But failure doesn't mean that the thing that we might have failed in essence isn't for us. It just means that there's a different way to get to where we want to be. And we get to look at these moments in our life, in the hard times, in the moments where we feel like we've failed, and we get to ask, what lesson is meant to come out of this? Because in that lesson, that's where you allow yourself to expand and to grow and to shift a little bit on your path or your journey, to pivot in some way, and to allow that truth, that authenticity of that hardship, that moment of failure, lead you to how you're supposed to be. I want you to think about your business and think about how it's going for you. Do things feel hard right now? Is it difficult for you to make money? Do you feel like you are struggling each and every day to make it by? If you said yes to any of those, I want you to also connect that maybe faking it in the way that you are, or sharing only half the story, or creating a fake story just so that people see you in the light that you desire to be seen as, how it's just not working. And the very reason for why it's not working is that each and every one of us are energy. Everything in this entire world and life is energy. Everything has its own energetic field, its own energetic force. That is why you can be around somebody and you can feel how they feel, because they are an energy and you can feel that, right? Call it a vibe. I catch your vibe, right? You're sad. Now I'm sad. You're in pain. Now I'm in pain. Oh, you are the life of the party. I'm pumping it up. I am ready to go. So the same goes for the energy that we put out there for our business, how we show up in person, how we show up on video, how we show up in our reels, the way that we write our content, the way that we share in our stories. People can feel when it's fake. People can feel when what you are saying to them isn't your truth. People can feel just by the way that you are writing something. There's energy and connection to writing, which is why I talked about a post, a caption. People can feel when you are writing the words, and maybe they're not your words. Or maybe you saw somebody's post and it really inspired you and you were like, I want to make my own post like that. And then you tweak it so that it's kind of like you, but in reality, it's still part of their story, part of their journey, what they're doing. People can feel that. And that's taking away from you being able to have and create the success that you desire in your business because people aren't feeling the real you, because they don't feel your energy, because it's not lighting them up, because there's something that's not matching. And I experienced this myself, which is why I feel like I can talk about it and why I know how it feels personally to be in the fake it till you make it mentality, and how it feels to be in the zone where you are just speaking and walking and being really freaking authentic in every single thing that you do. I've been in both situations. I know exactly how it feels. And there's been moments where I've worked with a coach, or I followed a coach that really inspired me and lit me up, and I saw how they were doing things and what they were posting, or just another business and how they were going about things and doing things. And I was like, wow, that's really good. And people are loving it. And I went ahead and I've created posts exactly like that with my own story and journey put in it, but off the formatting of how they were doing it. And literally nothing happened. It was crickets. In these moments, it was like the post that had the least amount of likes. It was the moments where my DMs were dry. It was in these moments where nobody was reacting to anything because they couldn't feel me and my energy and my truth. Because in 2017, when I got divorced, I promised myself that I would not hide my truth anymore, because I spent 5 years of my life hiding the true reality of the life that I was living, of the abusive relationship that I was in, of the just complete disconnection and loss of myself. Because it was easy, it was way easier actually to go ahead and fake it like everything was perfectly fine. And oh yeah, we have a successful business, we have this nice house, and everything looks so great on the outside. And when we show up to parties and when we're with people, people think that we're just the perfect match and everything's good. And then behind closed doors, it's just not. And that energy radiated. But when I got divorced and I let my truth out and I shared my reality, people then perceived me in a completely different way, because the people that loved me for me knew deep down that something wasn't right, but I just wasn't telling them. And the people that aren't living in their own truth and authenticity, in a sense, retaliated against me. They didn't support me, or they didn't believe me, or they vouched for the other side, or whatever it is, right? Because there's this part of them that's in their own fake it till they make it reality. I guess that's kind of a little bit of a tangent off of this topic of what I'm talking about, but there's just so much connection to who you are when you aren't your true self, to who you are, what you claim, what you create, what you call in when you step into that place of authenticity. And so when I promised myself that I would never live life like that again, most of me didn't, but there was parts of me that was still hidden, that didn't want to completely break out and break free from the programming that I had, and just this belief that I had to copy and paste what every other successful business person was doing because it was working for them. And once I realized that, and realized how freaking powerful I am within my own truth, within my own story, within my own ability to share it and be it and walk through it rather than me feeling like I'm some sort of victim to the life that I've had to live and the path that I've had to walk, but instead just really claiming it as the journey that I was led on to get me to where I desire to be in life. My energy shifted and people felt it. And my relationships started shifting and changing and growing. And different people came in. And the connections were tighter and stronger. And the clients that came in were more aligned. They were literally my soul clients. The people that I was meant to support and help on their journey. Because each and every one of us walks through life with our own energy field. We all had the aura that people talk about, right? We all have our own aura around us, our own energetic field. That's what people feel. That's what people get to experience when they meet us, when they see us, when they read our content. And when I brushed aside all of the thoughts of having to copy and paste to make myself successful in the way that I saw these other business women being successful, and I started to tap into my own energy and say, okay, who is Shelby as a business owner? How does she want to operate? What does she want to do? How does she want to share? And I was able to connect to my truth and my reality of like, I really enjoy just working whenever I feel lit up and inspired. And so that's what I do. I feel really great and in alignment when I know what's happening each and every day. And so I set myself up for success and I have my planner all set out at the beginning of the month. And of course, things come in and you just drop it in. But I have days where things are set and scheduled specifically for those days, right? Mondays, I really don't do much work. Mondays are kind of like a preparation for the week, getting myself kind of into the mindset and the role to go kick ass for the week and to really support people and to just get into my own energetic alignment and attunement. And Tuesdays is really just about showing up and building relationships and having conversations and like being in the DMs and focusing on thinking about what kind of content can be created for the week and kind of feeling into where I'm at and asking my ascended masters and my spirit team and my higher self to come in and tell me what's needed right now and how I can support and show up in a really powerful way. And Wednesdays are all about podcast interviews, releasing podcast interviews, editing podcast interviews. Sometimes there's trainings that I do. There's trainings that I attend. And then Thursdays and Fridays are really all about client calls and spiritual healing sessions. And on Fridays, I go in and I work at a co-working space with other women. And Saturdays are typically like events or just connecting with somebody in person. I occasionally do maybe healing sessions in the morning, but Saturdays are more just kind of relaxed and easy. And Sundays is completely off. Like I'm not working on Sundays. I'm chilling, I'm relaxing, I'm being really present in my family life and my role as a mom and my role as a partner. Obviously, that comes throughout the week too, because it has to. I still have a life to take care of outside of my business. But Sunday is really like the grounding day where it's like nothing gets in the way of us just kind of being, whether that's just staying home and relaxing on the couch and doing nothing and like cleaning the house here and there, just playing whatever. But like Sundays, I'm not sitting at my computer really, and I'm not checking in with clients and I'm not responding to client messages and all that kind of stuff. And me really connecting to my energy field and understanding and finding my own way to go and build my business allowed me to fully step out into my place of authenticity. Because as I have these days that are really defined and planned out and scheduled for my week and just allowing me to thrive in my business and in my life, I get to also be able to really be in my energy when I'm showing up, right? Because I'm not sitting there and putting pressure on myself that, oh my gosh, I have to make like 3 posts today and I have to do X, Y, and Z, and I need to send out a newsletter. The only thing that has to happen because I've made the commitment to myself is for like these podcast episodes to go up on Wednesdays. And guess what? Sometimes they don't go up till Thursday or Friday, just depending how my week is. And that's okay. But my intention is to always make it happen on Wednesdays. And I don't hold myself back or make myself feel bad for something happening off plan or out of schedule. It does not mean that I failed. It means that I followed my own energy and I couldn't get it done on Wednesday. And so it happened Thursday or Friday. But guess what? It still got done. And that's really all that freaking matters. So I'm not sitting there and creating a story or a reason as to why it didn't happen on Wednesday. I'm not going onto my stories and apologizing to my followers as to why an episode didn't come out today. I'm not creating a story. No, I don't mention it. It doesn't matter because I'm consistent in showing up and providing value and sharing my truth of just how things are going, what's going on. All right. It's not an excuse that my child is having a rough day and needs mommy. No, guess what? I'm going to then show that I get to lay on the couch and watch Disney movies with my daughter because that's what's needed right now. Not, oh, sorry, the podcast will be coming out the next day or two because X, Y, and Z happens and yada, yada, yada. No. Like, people don't need you to try and be anything but yourself. Because when they see that you are a normal human being and that you get to choose and you allow yourself to do whatever the hell feels good to you, you're giving these people that really feed off of who you are, your energy, and what you're creating in your space, the permission to be themselves. You're showing your humanness. You're saying, yeah, I got a sink full of dishes, and guess what? I'm not going to do them right now. I have a pile of laundry that has been sitting there for 3 days, and maybe I'll fold it today. Like, it is what it is. The beautiful thing of stepping out of the fake it till you make it lifestyle is that you get to look around at your life and you get to remove all of the fucking pressure. Because feeling as though you have to show up or be somebody that you are not yet, even though that is who you want to become, it makes you feel so much freer, and it actually opens your mind to have the capacity to be creative and to share and to create things in your business, for your soul clients in a way that actually feels good. Not looking and seeing, oh, all these people are making all these kind of programs or doing this specific thing in their business and it's working really well for them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to launch this for myself too. And then you hear crickets, or you get one person signing up and then you tell yourself, well, that sucked. That failed. This is why I'm not good at this. Nothing ever works out for me. No, ma'am, it's not that. It's just that you aren't supposed to do what they're doing. There's something deeper inside of you that wants to be birthed and created and done in a way that validates your energetic system and allows you to shine in your powerful state and allows you to be your true fucking authentic self as you build a business that really works for you and allows you to create the life of your dreams. Because while a lot of people say, be who you want to be now, yes, Like, we got to do the things and take the steps and take the action towards becoming who we want to be and towards creating that life that we want to have. But we don't have to do it like everybody else. Because I can't wait for the day that I get to say, all right, it's time. Like, we found our dream house, we're moving into it, but I'm not going to go. What am I going to do to fake that for now? To become that for now? I'm going to know that each and everything that I do and how I show up in my business and how I serve my clients gets me one step closer to having that home that I desire, to having that office of its own, not an office in my living room, to having a yard that has grass, not just an outside that are the cars park in and is just cement, to having a bigger kitchen, to having super organized like spaces in my pantry. That's a dream of mine. But like, I don't have to fake anything to get that. All I have to do is be my real self now, and that's going to come. Because the more that I am me and the more I create from a soul-led space and the more that I'm aligned with who I am and who I am serving, the more that we just allow ourselves to feel ourselves, to tap into that space within us that makes us believe that we have to fake anything, that we have to hide our truth to ourselves even, right? I'm not saying, like I said at the beginning, you don't have to share everything with everyone, but you also can't fake it to yourself. You can't shove your truth and hide your own reality. You can't. That will eat you alive. It will tear you apart. It's not fair. That's when you begin to feel burnt out in your business. That's when everything starts overwhelming you. That's when you just walk through life stressed out and frustrated and angry and upset and constantly questioning, why is nothing happening for me? Babe, because you aren't even allowing yourself to feel and just be you. So if you take anything away from this conversation today, it's that you get to be your full, true, authentic self, and people are going to feel that, and you get to create your business in a way that feels good and aligns to you. Don't look at what everybody else is doing. See their success. Notice why it's working. See maybe how they speak or how they show up in their true authentic form. And allow yourself to be that for yourself. Don't feel the need to create a business structure just like them. Don't feel the need to post 3 times a day just like them. Just be consistent in your energy, the way that you are, your authenticity, how you show up as your true self, and allow that to speak for you. There is a reason that there are business women out there who have grown their business off of attraction marketing. And the reason that it works is because they are their true fucking selves. And they have done things differently, and they have broken the paradigms for every single thing that is said that you have to do, be, or have to be successful in your business. I know women who are millionaires, and they started their business and ran their business for years without having a perfect sales funnel, without having the perfectly curated social media, without putting makeup on every time that they chose to go onto their stories. And if any of this is tugging on you and it's making you feel tightness in your chest or a lump in your throat, this is a sign that there is some deeper healing that needs to be done. That there are some blocks within you and within your belief system that is keeping you from showing up in your authentic state. That is making you feel the need to copy and paste what other people are doing. That is making you feel like you have to fake it till you make it. That makes you fear saying that you're having a bad day. That makes you worry that you'll be of less value if you don't say that you're making a shit ton of money in your business yet. And I say yet because the money is coming and everything will change the moment that you choose to be you. And the moment that you allow yourself to connect to the true you, and the moment that you allow yourself to heal and connect and understand why any of these thought processes were ever within you. So if you have that tightness in your chest, that lump in your throat, I invite you to schedule a soul alignment call with me. I'll leave the link down below. You just go to bosslady.com/soul alignment call. And in these 90 minutes, this is what I help women move through. I help women connect to their higher selves. I help women connect to these parts within them that are stuck and trapped and release and remove them and heal them. Fully allowing you to talk to these parts of yourself and ask, why are they here? Where did this start? Where is it coming from? Why are we afraid? Can you trust me now? That's a really powerful question to ask yourself. Can you trust me? Can you trust me to guide us to the life that we want, to keep you safe and protected? Because if your life isn't everything that you want it to be now, and if you are on the verge, the edge of giving up on your dreams because you are so tired and exhausted of trying to do everything that you see everybody else do and use every other strategy that you see everybody else using to create success, we've got some healing to do. And that's what I'm here for. I also have an incredible masterclass on the 10 keys to create consistent 10K months. And here's the thing about this masterclass. This masterclass does not promise that in 30 days from now, you'll be making 10K. No, because that's unrealistic. And I think that it is terrible that people say that kind of stuff because it makes people like you and me who have been in a place of that fake it till you make it mentality and trying to do all the things that somebody else is doing to make the money feel like they failed when in 30 days you haven't made $10,000. What these 10 keys are really just the foundation for how to show up as your true self so that you have the solidity within yourself and within your business to build upon so that when that 10K comes, you can keep it coming time and time and time again so that you can continue to grow from there and just go up and up and up. So that's in the link below too. Check it out. Send me a message if you want the direct link, whatever it is, whatever you need right now. If you just need to have a conversation and have somebody as a sounding board to bounce things off of, I'm here for that. I love chatting it up in the DMs. So send me a message. Let me help you. You don't have to pay me $10 million to receive a shift and a change today. It can literally be as simple as one question that needs to be asked to help you remove a protective layer and step into the most authentic version of yourself. I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode on Behind the Boss Lady podcast. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at The Boss Lady Agency and subscribe to the podcast so that you never miss an episode. Leave a review or share with me what your biggest takeaway was. I can't wait to connect with you more, and I'll see you next.